Hunty! Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. You guys, Todrick Hall needed that second place prize. I don't care what nobody say. He needed it. Y'all know they are still trending hashtag Todrick Hall exposed party, right? And everybody in every single tweet, the top tweets is he don't pay his dancers, he don't pay his dancers. Well, now that he got the $50,000 prize, child, Todrick Hall can finally pay his damn dancers, okay? Todrick, pay them peoples. Pay them peoples, Todrick. Speaking of paying folks, y'all, I need to shout out my new Twitter. In today's live, I don't have a lot going on. I just want to talk about Big Brother. And I do want to give an update on Queen Elizabeth because y'all know Jason Lee is online. And he might be telling fables, some tall tales. Let me shout out my new Twitter, y'all. Because I have a new Twitter and I want everybody to follow it. I have 6 followers. You guys, that's unacceptable, okay? And I be tweeting some funny shit, right? So let me see if I can get this up. Hold on. Let me remove anything that's compromising because I don't want to be exposed. You're exposed. This is my Twitter, y'all. It is the House of Aaron. TheHeaus of OFAARON. It's me with the 6 followers. Go ahead and follow me. I think I have some pretty funny commentary. I said Todrick needs the money more. Anyways, child, please pay them dancers, boo. Hashtag celebrity Big Brother US3. And then when he did like his little speech, I think it was a speech where he was trying to convince Misha, I guess, to take him to the final 2 because Misha had won the HOH, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But he said something about, you as a white woman, me as a black gay man, and this, that, and the third. And I know when he was speaking to Todd Bridges, he started talking about oh my God, you've shown me so much. I finally got along with a straight man. And I'm like, what is up with the identity politics with Todrick Hall? Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And then turns to find out Todd Bridges get out the damn house. Okay, Todd Bridges get out that damn house and watches the live feeds. He goes back and he watches the episodes and he notices that Todrick Hall was never a real friend. Todrick Hall was talking shit about everybody in the house since day one. And it showed when they were voting. Okay, when they was putting them keys in that little box to vote who they wanted to win, hunty, it was so much shade thrown at Todrick Hall. You could tell that when Todrick was sitting there and everybody was casting their votes, in his head, he was thinking, oh my God, like I really done pissed these people off. Especially with Teddy, child. Okay, Teddy Mellencamp came back and she is not playing with that ass. And then I also could tell that Todrick Hall's energy was like really, really low. Like when they announced America's Favorite Player and Misha and Todrick came out after they announced that Misha won and all of that great stuff. I think Julie Chen asked him a question or two and his energy was like really low. And he could tell, I think in his mind, he was thinking, what did I say in this house that done got my ass canceled? For the Big Brother OG fans, remember Aaron, the racist who was in the house maybe all of like 2012, 2013? Remember her? Remember she got evicted from the Big Brother house and she had to learn that she was being canceled and there was a lot of social media backlash and she done lost her job and stuff like that. Like I felt like it wasn't to that level, but it kind of reminded me of that. Like I think Todrick Hall was thinking like, oh my God, Twitter is lighting my ass up right now. What did I say in this damn house? But anyways, let me read some of y'all's comments. I forgot that I wasn't even on the screen. Y'all just staring at the Twitter, child. Somebody said, who won? Miesha Tate, the MMA fighter, won, child. Misha done won, honey. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Ebony says, I could have sworn I saw her tweet that a few days ago. You saw her tweet what? Hey, Butterfly, what's going on? We got Dwayne in the building. How are you? Apple Charm says, I just watched. The tension was something else, child. Cleopatra's in the chat, and they said there are interviews going on right now. Where can we see them? I don't know what you're talking about. Like from the cast of Big Brother? We got C and Trucker D in the building. When Todrick came out, Renee says, of the house, he looked scared. Yes, that's what I'm saying, y'all. He was like, oh my God, I must have said something in this house that pissed off a lot of people. He's scared, okay? He don't want to get canceled. Now, I don't think he said anything that was cancel worthy, but he definitely, on a personal level, offended a couple of them house guests, right? Jenna says, I don't even mind the spoiler anymore. They played themselves when they didn't get the fighter chick out when they had the chance. I do agree with you, Jenna. I definitely thought that Cynthia Bailey and Carson Cressley made one of the dumbest moves in celebrity Big Brother history when they had the power and decided to use their power to get out their ally instead of their adversary. That was so stupid. Okay, stupid. That was dumb. That was really, really dumb. Like, who raised you? What are y'all doing? Like, you don't even have to know the game of Big Brother to know that once you get power, you target the people that have been targeting you. Hello? Is anybody home? Lee Park said, can we talk about Teddy's speech? Oh, we gonna get there, boo. We gonna get to Teddy's speech, child, because Teddy was throwing a lot of shade. Cleopatra says, I want to see how Todrick feels about the world hating him. Ooh. And I oop, and I oop, and I oop. Shout out to all of you guys. If you're entering the chat, please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and click the bell button. I'm still waiting on YouTube to email me back, y'all. I'm waiting on, let me check my email right now. Because I think they may have emailed me. I emailed them about the people not, oh, they did. They emailed me at 1:36 a.m. this morning, and I totally missed it. They said, we reviewed your data and found that 18.2%, which is about 7,000 of you guys, have turned on all notifications for my channel. 12.9%, which is about 5,000 of y'all, have turned on all notifications for your channel and enabled YouTube notifications. Check out this link to see what your data is for the last 90 days, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they just giving me the data, but let's see. In addition, technical issues with notifications are fairly rare. So they basically saying that there is no problem with the notifications. Are they saying that the house guests and I are lying about the situation? Oh, they said that the bell notification can take 2 to 3 days. Oh, the data notification, the bell notification data takes 2 to 3 days to process. Check back in a few days to see the bell notification sent and notification click-through rate. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to really like go in depth and really read this email because they sent me a whole bunch of shit. But no, okay. Back to the tea, back to the tea. What y'all saying? I got distracted, y'all. Renee says them days is going to be waiting at his house. Cynthia couldn't win a challenge if the answers were given to her. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Cynthia, I don't know where she was. I don't know what she was doing. I mean, I felt like she was way too calm, but I also feel like she didn't really care either way, whether she lost or, you know, won or, yeah, lost or won. Cynthia was just grateful to be there. She was happy to be there. She was happy to be in the room. She was happy to make Final Three. And honestly, I know a lot of you guys said that, you know, they always drag dummies to the end of the series. Cynthia did not, you know, make it to the Final Three off of her own merit. But the honest to God truth is that it doesn't matter what the reasoning is for Cynthia being in the Final Three. What matters is that she's in the final three, and a lot of y'all other faves who were really big competitors and actually had chances in these competitions did not even make it. They couldn't make it past week 3 or 2, right? Teddy, Mariah, Carson, who else? Chris Kirkpatrick, Shayna. So Cynthia Bailey did something right. Maybe it was her strategy the entire time to be a sucky ass player to make it to final 3. Because y'all know the longer you stay in the house, the more money you get. Okay, y'all know they're making like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a day in that damn house. Anyways, okay, so let me recap the episode really quickly for those of you who don't know what the hell is going on. So Big Brother, the finale was tonight. Miesha Tate won, and I'll tell you how we got there. So Misha ends up winning the HOH. It was a game of basically 2 truths and a lie. Misha won. Again, I was very disappointed because the optimist in me was hoping that Cynthia Bailey was going to win, right? Even though her track record is not great, she hasn't won not one competition this entire 25, 30 days that she's been in the house. But for some reason, I was holding out hope. That sis would finally wake up. Okay, how Lanithia said at the in Atlanta. She said, "Oh, well, Kenya Moore's going through this divorce. Maybe this will be a wake-up call. Wake up, sis." I kind of thought that this would be a wake-up call for Cynthia Bailey, and maybe she would kind of make something shake, but she did not. So, anyways, 2 truths and a lie. Miesha Tate ends up winning the HOH. Of course, she votes to evict Cynthia. Cheekbones, 50 Cent, Bailey, 55 Cent at this point. Not a surprise. I feel like Misha, no matter who she was sitting next to, would have, I think, had an easy time winning. I think if she was sitting next to Cynthia, they would have voted for Misha simply based off of the fact that she just put in the work. I guess Cynthia would have garnered votes because she's friends with everybody and she was kind to everyone. And I guess you could say she played a good social game. But clearly, if it's Misha against Cynthia, Misha deserved to win. Misha against Todrick, that also, I think, would have been a shoo-in for Misha because don't nobody like his ass. So I felt like either way, she probably would have had a harder time with Cynthia sitting next to her. So it was probably in her best interest to get rid of her. So she ends up evicting Miss 50 Cent. Cynthia does her little interview. She was just happy to be there and she's ready to see Mike. I think this 30-day vacation has done their relationship a lot of good because y'all know just a couple of weeks ago, Mike was with David on Behind the Velvet Rope talking about he was thinking about getting a divorce not too long ago. So maybe the 2 lovebirds needed the 30 days apart so that they could miss each other and really work on their marriage. All right. We really need them to work it out. Okay. So anyways, fast forward to the vote. It's Misha versus Todrick Hall. I already know who's going to win. Everybody hates Todrick, so it was super obvious. But the funny thing about this episode was all the shade that everybody was throwing, especially Miss Teddy Mellencamp, who all she wanted was to not get out first. And Misha said, "Girl, I don't care. You're going out first, period." Right? But Teddy didn't hold that against her. It was Todrick Hall who they did not want to see win, even though he's getting $50,000 and hopefully he pays his staff. But Teddy goes up there. She casts her vote to win. It's not a vote to evict, but it's a vote to win, right? And Teddy says, "Your favorite musical is Wizard of the Oz. But what you need to understand is that now that I'm outside the house, we can see behind the curtain, boo." And she casts her little key to vote. Obviously, it's a vote against Todrick Hall because we know Lamar Odom and Todd Bridges and Teddy Mellencamp have been all over the press circuit going the hell in on Todrick Hall, saying how mean of a person he is and how he's talking behind people's backs and stuff like that, right? Lamar goes up there to cast his vote. He basically says that he got a tattoo this morning and whoever resembles the mentality of that new tattoo is going to get his vote. I have no clue on what the tattoo is. Maybe we can Google it. Did he put it on Instagram? Let's see. Lamar Odom on Instagram. What did Lamar get tattooed on him, y'all? Shout out to all 200 of you guys. If you're in the chat, please like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember this? Remember this? Remember when Lamar posted this on Monday or Tuesday? I can't remember. He said, you should have played chess, not checkers, Todrick. And then he said, so I was booted off of Big Brother CBS by my fake friend, Todrick Hall. He should have been a bit more strategic, as he must have forgotten I get a jury vote for the winner. And then he says, I still need y'all to vote for me for fan favorite. But I don't know what this tattoo is. I guess we don't know. But he said he gonna vote for whoever embodies the mentality of his new tattoo, right? Even though we don't know what the tattoo is, I'm thinking the tattoo is something noble. And, we know he voted against Todrick to win. So there was some shade there. And then Todd Bridges gets up there, and we know Todd Bridges is mad, okay? Todd Bridges, a.k.a. what you talking about, Willis, he is mad at this situation. He is hurt. He thought that he had found a friend in Todrick Hall, and when he went back and watched them damn live feeds, he said, oh, not a buddy here talking mess about me behind my back when we were supposed to be cool, right? Remember when Todrick was like, oh my God, I can't believe I got along with a straight man. You've taught me so much about humanity. Todrick, pay your peoples, sis. Todd Bridges went up there to vote for the winner. And he said that everything was all good until he went home and got evicted and whatnot, and watched the live feeds and saw that people was talking bad about him even after he left the damn house. Obviously, that was a vote against Todrick. I think the only vote for Todrick to win was Cynthia, because y'all have to remember that Cynthia was in the house. She don't know nothing that's been happening behind her back. She doesn't know what's been happening on the show. She doesn't know what made air and what did not. She doesn't know what people said about her or did not say about her in the diary room. She doesn't know what has been happening from other people's points of views via the live feed. So Cynthia can only judge based off of what's happening in front of her face in the house. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she was the only person, y'all fact check me in the chat, but I think she was the only person to vote for Todrick to win the show. And her reasoning is, Todrick, when Carson left the house, kind of navigated her or helped her navigate in the house throughout the game, which was only 5 days? It's only been 4 or 5 days since Carson left the house. So he didn't help you out too much, sis. The show is pretty much over at this point. The only thing that Todrick did for you is take you into the final 3. Other than that, he was gunning for your ass the whole time, sis. But let Cynthia tell it, at least they're doing it with integrity. Okay? At least they were straightforward and honest about it. I don't care if you target me. I'll keep you in the house if you're targeting me. As long as you tell me straight up and you're being honest about targeting me, oh, sis, you're still a friend of mine. That was Cynthia Bailey's whole thing. And I get it, but it's not conducive for this game, babe. Anyways, so, of course, Misha ends up winning Big Brother. She honestly deserves it. She won the most competitions out of anybody that I know of in Big Brother history. Honestly, I can't believe they let this woman win the damn HOH 6-7 damn times. And that's one part about the show that I did not like. It was just mind-boggling to me how CBS saw this lady win competition after competition after competition. It started to get really boring from a viewer's perspective. I'm like, okay, there's no surprise factor. We're supposed to be expecting the unexpected, and we are expecting the same person to damn win every damn episode, and it's boring. And I feel like when the producers see that happening, they should really, that's when we should get a damn Mon Juan. That's when we should get a double eviction. That's when we should get like a crazy, weird ass twist. I feel like they do a really bad job at trying to, I guess, balance the show out. I feel like if it's going one way the whole time, they need to do something about that and throw in a twist. I slightly felt this way about the cookout. Now, I love the cookout. I'm glad that the cookout existed. I feel like the cookout is the most successful alliance of that size ever. I'm happy that all the black people banded together to, do what they had to do. But there is a small part of me that thinks, okay, this is like going perfectly for the cookout, and that's not really entertaining to watch. If everything is going perfectly for one side of the house for the whole season, it's kind of like, what's the point of watching? We need a little bit of pull and tug. We need some give and take. Why is Misha winning everything? I don't know. And I think a part of it is because, Miesha Tate and Todrick Hall really should not feel that flattered that they've ended up in the final two, because yes, they won and they bulldozed everybody and they deserve it because they did win. But at the same time, they won against a bunch of people who just sucked. When you're competing against a whole bunch of sucky people, your win is not as sweet. Y'all get what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Like, don't feel that flattered, Misha, because first off, you are a whole MMA fighter. It's embedded in your mother effing brain to win, especially when it comes to physical stuff. Not only do you have that advantage, but you went against a lot of dumb people that just did not know the game. So how good of a game player are you if you go on against people that don't really understand? Moving right along, Misha ends up winning. America's favorite player went to Carson Cressley, which I also think is well-deserved. I voted for Cynthia. And something that I thought of, the voting line for Big Brother is the same exact voting line for Dancing with the Stars. Is that for all TV shows? I was a little bit confused at that. But let's read a couple of y'all's comments. Shout out to all 250 of you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell button. YouTube just tried to school me in an email that I got recently saying, oh, only 5,000 of your 40,000 subscribers have the notifications on. So we got to get that bell button up, y'all. Okay, let's see what y'all talking about. It's Quaja says, I'm still here for Todrick getting to the finals. Like, why be so sensitive? Laquita said he need to pay them babies back their money when he promised to take them on a Christmas tour. Ooh. Well, maybe he can with that 50,000 child. Apple says when everybody was sitting down until JC said you can get up. Oh yeah, that was so awkward. Nobody was happy for Misha. Didn't nobody care that Todrick was in the finals. That was really awkward. I was like, what is going on, child? What is going on? That was so awkward. But I think what makes it even more awkward is the fact that it's COVID, you know what I'm saying? So they don't have a studio audience. So it's kind of weird. Like, everything is so silent. Y'all get what I'm saying? I think that contributed to the awkward nature of the show tonight. When Julie Chen got up there and was saying, y'all can get up now. Y'all can be happy. Y'all are being so obedient. And I hate this new Julie Chen sign off when she goes, peace, love, and light, and praise the Lord and thank you, Jesus. Like, it's so forced to me, and it's, girl. Like, ever since her husband was in that scandal, and then she started using her last name, Moonbez, I was really offended at that. Because I'm like, you ain't never used your last name before until your husband started abusing his power. That really sent a very negative message to everybody, and I just didn't like it. But before we log off, you guys, very quickly, I do want to talk about our sponsor, Celeste'sNest.net. A lot of you guys have been complimenting me on my skin, child, and I have to credit it to Celeste's Nest. The links are down below. The links are down below. There goes the link right there. This right here is everything. I put it on my body, okay? I know it's not a hair product, but sometimes, you know, it has shea butter properties in it, y'all. So you can put it on your hair and it does what it needs to do. Sometimes I, dab a little bit of it on my face and stuff like that. Y'all know that I am obsessed with this and I've been using it like crazy. This is my only jar. I only have one jar left. So I'm gonna definitely need some more. But look at that. This is supposed to be just the show jar for me to show y'all, but I don't have any more, so I have to use it. But before that, I take a shower with the all new body wash. This one right here is the lemongrass lavender. And the cool thing about Celeste's Nest, they have like a new package where you can get the lemongrass lavender scented body wash, the lemongrass lavender scented body butter. They have a foaming soap right here. Right? They have a foaming soap. Okay, wash your hands. COVID is out here, y'all. Okay? Use some of that Celeste's Nest. And then they have all types of bar soaps if you want the traditional bar soap as well. Click the links down below. Celeste'sNest.net. They are a Black business. It's still Black History Month, so we must support them. And of course, y'all can use my code HOA for some money off. All right, so go ahead to the website and buy up all the products, child. Let me know how y'all felt about tonight's finale. Let me know how y'all felt about it, child. Oh, Carmen is in the chat. She says, you're the absolute best. Thank you so much. DB says, Shayna didn't even look at the screen when Todrick was talking. Yikes. Apple Charm says, yes, Teddy and Shayna were not playing and stayed in the back. Yeah, Shayna was not. Yeah, she was also another one that was really not happy with the outcome of the show. But what I did notice is that Carson Cressley apologized to Shayna. Carson realized that he should have believed Shayna's actions instead of Misha and Todrick's word. So I thought that that was good of Carson Cressley to backtrack on his actions, when it came to Shayna and them. But I feel like it's a little too late. Like, you're a dummy. You and Cynthia are a two couple of dummies. Like, you literally evicted your ally that saved you. In what world of Big Brother does that make any type of sense? It makes none. Alita says, when Todd Bridges eye rolled when Todrick was talking. I ain't see that part, child. Y'all was catching the details, honey. Let's see. Oh, not y'all going in on Cynthia, child. Cynthia proved Nene right. Flip-flopper. How is Cynthia a flip-flopper? What did she flip-flop on? I felt like Cynthia was pretty, one way the whole entire show. I mean, she was only loyal to Carson, and Carson was really only loyal to Cynthia, and they really only had each other. I don't think Cynthia was a flip-flopper. I just think that Cynthia just was less than smart and didn't know how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Pauline says Cynthia is evicted. Yeah. So she did not win the HOH. Misha had the sole power to evict her, leaving Misha versus Todrick, and the house voted for Misha to win Big Brother. All right, y'all. All right. I can't believe, I'm honestly really, really shocked. This is the first show ever on my channel. The first show, and it probably is because it was so short. It only lasted a month. But this is the first show ever on my channel that I reviewed from first episode to last episode. So I'm very proud of myself. And I am shocked and shook and just in awe that y'all have really been interested in it. I had no idea that y'all were going to be interested in Big Brother. Like, the views weren't really there, but they were still high enough to where I'm like, oh, wow, like, people really want me to review this. So I doubt I'll do the regular season. Okay. Those seasons tend to be a little bit racist, and I don't have time for those reindeer games. So I don't know. Would y'all be interested in that? Let me know. Cynthia always gossiped. She's always talked about people. I mean, all of the Real Housewives gossip and all of them talk about people. That's the basis of the show. It's an ensemble cast and they get the drama started by talking about what the next person is doing. Nene is a gossip and she talked about people. So does Portia. So does Candy, Sheree, Kenya. We're always trying to call out 50 Cent. Now, what I did not like about Cynthia pertaining to the Big Brother house is I felt like she tried to turn up twice. Okay? Cynthia, you have this rep where you're like, oh, I'm the classiest housewife and this, that, and the third. But sis, you tried to pick two fights. One with Todd Bridges, which made Mike Hill go on Twitter talking about who the hell is this talking to? Don't be talking to my wife like that. And then you tried to get buck if you nuck with Shayna. And it's just like, Cynthia, Cynthia is like me, I feel. We take a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of mental anguish, right? And we need to figure out what Cynthia's sign is. I feel like at a certain point, Cynthia's perception of how people treat her comes across as, oh my God, people are taking my kindness for weakness. And I think she overcompensates by trying to, get spicy. I feel like sometimes she feels like she has to turn up because she thinks that other people think that she's weak. Does that make sense? And I'm kind of like the same way. I feel like people think I'm weak in certain moments, so it kind of causes me to kind of be a bulldog in certain situations when you don't have to be. You don't have to be like that. I hope that made sense. Like, I felt like you didn't have to turn up with Shayna. You really didn't have to turn up when it came to the Todd Bridges stuff. I felt like she was trying to overcompensate for something. But it definitely was entertaining. And I love how on the celebrity editions, when it was last season, Tamar and Candy really got the black blogs involved and black people actually started, paying attention to Big Brother for like the first time ever. And I love how on this season as well, this fight between Cynthia and Todd Bridges made the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk and all of the black blogs. I love how Lamar, him talking about Chloe, what else did Lamar do? Him going in on Todrick, that made the blog. So I like how Big Brother is being infused with the urban media because I think it's known mostly to be a white show. Someone says, I need Shayna to have a wedding reality show. Learned about her on her than Hollywood Exes. I don't understand. Was she on Hollywood Exes? Oh, you sound ridiculous. Did you watch the show, sir? Cynthia would have won against Misha. I don't think so. I believe that people would have respected Misha's gameplay. Yes, Misha has blood on her hands, but I think just logically speaking, okay, we can give the crown to Cynthia Bailey, but who really deserves the title of winner of Big Brother? I think most people would have thought, Misha actually did stuff. She worked for this. She actually won competition. She had the gameplay. She tried to befriend people. She tried to be straightforward. I feel like on a personal level, I would have maybe voted for Cynthia. But if I was trying to be objective and try, and I was trying to give it to the person who I thought deserved it, I would have voted for Misha. But the fact that you calling me ridiculous is just ridiculous. I'm watching the same show that you're watching. And just because we don't agree, that don't mean that I sound any type of way. Okay? So come for me again and babe, you'll get blocked. You'll get blocked. You can just say, I disagree with that and keep it moving, boo. Okay? Y'all so damn rude. Y'all so damn rude. Let me put on some of my, I'm going to put on some of my lemongrass lavender scented body butter. Somebody was in the comments, I think earlier today, was like, oh my God, what do you put on your face? Even though this is not a face product, anything with shea butter, I mean, I put regular shea butter on my face. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do lotions. When I wash my hands, sometimes I do regular lotion, but I mostly only have Jergens in my bathroom um, to accompany my guests, like to accommodate my guests. Um, but y'all, I use this all over my body. Like, click the links down below. Click that link. Yeah, Cynthia was Todrick's only vote. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Someone says, I'm glad Miesha won. I am a fan of her since 2012. I had no idea who Miesha Tate was before this show. Oh, somebody said, why did they not have questions? I don't think they had time. It was only an hour show. They had to show us the HOH. They had to do an eviction. They had to talk to the remaining house guests. They had to interview Miesha when she got out. They had to interview Cynthia. They had to give a question to Todrick Hall. They had to do so much. So I thought it was going to be a 2-hour episode, but I guess CBS did not allow them that time. But I don't think they really had time for the questions and stuff like that. But that would have been really good for them to ask questions because we maybe would have had a better understanding of why Todrick was being such a butthole. I would have loved for them to put Todrick on blast. That would have been amazing television. But I think, overall, I'm really disappointed. I think CBS just needs to do a better job with casting. I think they dropped the ball with casting. I don't know if it was COVID. I kind of feel like the Chris Kattan thing quitting, I felt like that was fake. I felt like the game was rigged. I don't know. It just felt like it was going one way the whole damn time. I felt like there wasn't enough competitive people. I don't know. I feel like they need to get more people who are actually into Big Brother so that they know how to play the game. I feel like it's an unfair advantage for, someone who studies this versus somebody who really don't know what the hell going on. Like, obviously, that's such an, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I just felt like there's such a lapse in production. And I feel like if they work on it, it could be a better show. Rob Santos said, hopefully they air some type of reunion with questions. I doubt it, but they'll do plenty of interviews, child. Okay, they're all over 2fab.com and OK Magazine and People's. Oh, Ren said, the shade being thrown at Todrick Hall made me so moist. I thought Dorothy spilled the water bucket on the wrong witch. Child. Todrick came out of that house. His energy depleted. He was like, he was panicking. Like, oh my God, what did I say about these people? Did I say something problematic? What did I say to piss off Todd Bridges, honey? Amber says, I'm still mad at Carson and Cynthia. Yeah, the two dummies, Dumb and Dumber. But I am proud of Cynthia. I feel like even though she was dumb and dumber, she was the dumber of the dumb and dumber. Out of Dumb and Dumber, she was the dumber. I do feel as though, to make it to Final 3, that is a huge feat. I came on my platform and I think I was on Busy Blues video when the season first started. It was like maybe episode 2. And I said, I think Cynthia's going to win. I think she's personable. And even if she sucks, they drag people to the finale. They do, who suck because they're easily beatable. So she sucked, but her sucking was to her advantage. She made it farther than 10 other celebrities. So, yeah. I don't know why these comments go back up. Like I'll be losing my place. Oh, thank you so much, Mission Squad. They said, you've done a great job with the reviews. I really do appreciate that. Aaron, we were definitely not interested in this Celebrity Big Brother. We grabbed the show because of your awesome commentary. You make and made the difference, love. Thank you so much. I am speaking. I really do appreciate that. That's so sweet. Is Cynthia a Pisces? I'm a Pisces too. And that's probably why we blow up at people like that, because we be thinking, oh, this think that I'm weak. You are playing my kindness for weakness, baby, and I really need to show you what time it is. Okay? We're soft-spoken, we're nice, but then sometimes we just blow up because it's like, bitch, you playing with me right now. You're playing with me, and I need to let you know that I'm not the one to be played with. Me and Cynthia are similar in that way. Like, we just want to turn up to make a point. Aaron, great job with the commentary. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie J. Someone said Oprah should be on Big Brother. That ain't ever, you gonna have to pay her $1 billion to do that, okay? Oh, okay, before I leave you guys, before I log off very quickly, I do want to do an update on a story that I have been following for a while now, honey. And y'all, this is some tea, honey. This is some tea. So remember, we've been talking about the whole Queen Elizabeth thing. Queen Elizabeth, about 2-3 days ago, was diagnosed with COVID, right? And she had to take off from work. She had a lot of virtual meetings. She had to take off for a couple of days. But I believe we have some tea, right? Not really tea, but we have some clarification. Hollywood Unlocked, I think yesterday, came out and basically said that they had an exclusive that Queen Elizabeth passed away, okay? Out there, over there in Buckingham Palace. And we was like, what the hell is going on? Because why is Hollywood Unlocked the one with the exclusive tea instead of the BBC or a publication in the UK? Like, why is it that Hollywood Unlocked is the only publication that has the tea on whether Elizabeth is dead or alive? Like, it just really did not make any sense to me. What is going on? So I think we figured out what done happened. Let's see. Did he delete it? Oh, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Okay. Oh, it won't let me click on it. Oh, wow. It won't let me click on it. Okay, so let me go to the page. So I wanted to check up on the post because I don't believe that Hollywood Unlocked has retracted their statement, and I don't believe that they have deleted their post because no other publication, like I said, has confirmed that she has passed away. So with that being said, Instagram decided to flag the post. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see this? Instagram decided to flag the post, y'all, labeling it as false information. But the post is still up. So you can see Instagram flagged it false information. It says the same information was reviewed by independent fact checkers in another post. And then you can click to see why. Okay. It says fact checker, PolitiFact. Conclusion, false. It says PolitiFact, another hoax claims Elizabeth II is dead. That is not true. Not Instagram flagging the post. And then you can click see post. It says plan of action put in place for Elizabeth and her death. The London Bridge. And then they flagged this one. I think this was the original post right here. They flagged this too. You click on see why. It says a hoax. This is not true, right? And this post is the original one where it said Queen Elizabeth dead. So I found that to be really interesting. Now, when I Google Queen Elizabeth, hold on, let me take my thing off. Queen Elizabeth II, Queen Elizabeth. I get a couple of interesting articles, right? This one says a misunderstanding about queens of the Stone Age may have caused Hollywood Unlocked's shocking and false claim that Queen Elizabeth died. People are asking why we posted without allowing the royal family or the palace to release a statement. Why? Because we break stories. Jason Lee, the media company CEO, told BuzzFeed News. This was updated 3 hours ago. Jason Lee, the founder of Hollywood Unlocked, remained confident on Wednesday in his sourcing that Queen Elizabeth had died because as he said, he has never been wrong, which I can't believe that to be true. I cannot believe that to be true. All bloggers, media outlet, journalism, we get it wrong sometimes. Even commenting, me. If you report on news, if you report on hot topics, if you report on anything that's current, you are bound to get it wrong, not just once, not twice, but you're going to get it wrong often. Because there's no way, as much information that we input as bloggers and commentators and journalists and anchors and reporters, as much knowledge as we input into our brains and then regurgitate it and make it an output to the world, all of that information is not going to be true. And it's up to the real journalists to really fact check. I ain't no journalist. I'm a commentator. I report on stuff that's already out there. I don't make news. I don't break news. I just talk about the news. But journalists, it's up to them to really fact check and really have all of their, ducks in a row and whatnot. But even journalists that fact check and think that their work is accurate sometimes fall short. So the fact that Jason Lee is coming out talking about something he's never been wrong, I'm sure is a lie. I don't believe that. It says, of course, that's not what happened. The BuzzFeed News has confirmed that the Queen spoke to UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson by phone Wednesday. Still, the CEO of the blog, known for pop culture scoops with a focus on LA and black celebrities, was sure that he had broken news ahead of every outlet on the planet and bypassed Buckingham Palace's carefully choreographed plans for revealing the death of a monarch. And then it says something about, okay, so here's something else that's interesting. It says one UK-based source suggested to BuzzFeed News there may have been a misunderstanding related to the death of Queens of the Stone Age singer Mark Lanigan, who actually died unexpectedly Tuesday at the age of 57. The news of Lanigan's death was shared on Twitter within the hour of Hollywood Unlocked's post about the Queen, which remained live on Wednesday, but has been labeled by Instagram as false information. And then what's even more interesting, that thecut.com has an article, and their headline is, the Queen wants you to know, I don't want no free trial, child. It says, the Queen wants you to know she's still alive. And there is a picture of Queen Elizabeth II on a Zoom call. And I believe that was shot today and released by Buckingham Palace, if I'm not mistaken. It says, the Queen would like you to know that she is definitely not dead. Thank you very much. Despite what you might have heard, the British monarch is still alive and well and on the job. They said just days after testing positive for COVID, Queen Elizabeth II was back to her work from home schedule. She reportedly attended her weekly meetings from UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Wednesday, February 27th, via video call. So there you have it, folks. It looks like the Queen is alive. Thank God. It looks like Queen Elizabeth II is still with us, right? So I thought that was really interesting. And y'all, I was following this because I'm obsessed. I'm not obsessed with the royals, but I do have a slight interest in them due to this show. I love history, number one. And number two, I am obsessed with this show on Netflix called The Crown. If you do not watch The Crown, it is the most fascinating historical period drama piece ever, in my opinion. It chronicles Queen Elizabeth II's reign from, taking the throne to, I think the last season was, the 70s when Princess Diana entered into the picture. And it basically just shows her life. I think she was ushered in as the monarch of the UK in, I think, the 1920s, 30s. How long has she been in there? I think the 20s or the 30s. When did she take the throne, child? What's the tea, honey? Her coronation was in 1953. Okay, so 1952. I was over exaggerating. Her coronation was her reign started in 1952 and she got coronated in 1953. So she's been the queen of freaking all the UK countries and territories from the 50s to today. I think she's been reigning for over 70 years. And I don't know what it is about that show, but I'm slightly obsessed. It's so good, y'all. Like, you have to check it out. It's on Netflix. It's called The Crown, and it's won a whole bunch of Emmys. It's a slow burn. So when you turn it on for the first, like, couple of episodes, you're going to be like, this shit is boring. But if you keep watching, it's so interesting and so captivating. Like, you have to go ahead and check it out. Even though I don't uphold the systems of colonialism and racism. Okay, so let me just put that out there. So I say that to say, I'm slightly upset. So when Jason Lee had this exclusive that the queen had passed and nobody else had reported on that, I was just like, oh my God, like what the hell is going on? I have to follow this story. So yeah, I just found that to be really, really interesting. 7 decades, yeah. Helen says The Crown was a great series. So good. It's so good, y'all. So good. Gabrielle says, I'm crying. If he hadn't have doubled down on it and just deleted the post, he could have saved all of this tomfoolery. Yeah, that is very true. Let's see what he wrote on his Twitter page. I have my post notifications on for him. Maybe he did something on Instagram. Let's see. Jason Lee, Twitter. Okay, 11 hours ago, his last tweet. Woke up to some fake account posting a retraction. We do not know that account and we have not retracted our story. There has yet to be an official statement from the palace. Staying tuned. Yesterday, he posted, we don't post lies and I always stand by my sources, waiting for an official statement from the palace. Child. I don't know, child. I don't know. I don't know, honey. Let's see if he's posted on Instagram. I don't see nothing on his Instagram, child. He went to the Kanye concert. Donda 2. Is y'all finna listen to Donda 2? Is y'all watching, speaking of Netflix, is y'all watching, oh, there go Elon Musk. Okay, look at Kanye West hanging out with another billionaire, Elon Musk. That's what's up. Both very problematic. But did y'all catch Kanye West's documentary, speaking of Netflix? There goes Jason Lee with Kanye West and Elon Musk. Jason Lee, you know what? I respect him. You know, there's a lot of things that he does and says that I don't like and I don't agree with. But I kind of slick. I like Jason Lee. I kind of look up to him in a way. He's been able to weasel himself into the circles of billionaires. This is somebody that came from the slums of the Bay, Oakland. I hope no one gets offended by that. But he came from the hood. His family was stricken by gun violence. I think his mom was on drugs, if I'm not mistaken. And he has weaseled his way. And when I say weasel, like, okay, because y'all know he be at parties trying to get pictures with Beyonce and Beyonce trying to run away. He has infiltrated himself into the circles of billionaires. That's slick, kind of aspiring to me. Okay, I respect the hustle, but I don't respect him, doubling down on this whole Queen Elizabeth thing. And I don't see nothing on his Instagram stories but this damn Kanye West listening party, right? I was gonna go too. I was like, should I go to the Kanye West party in Miami? Should I catch a flight? But then I was like, no, I don't support Kanye like that. Okay, he still said that slavery was a choice, and he endorsed Donald Trump and wore that MAGA hat, and still tried to take away votes from Joe Biden with a whole joke campaign for president back in 2020. I don't know if I want to support him by showing up to his damn listening party. But anyways, so yes, y'all, that's all that I pretty much had for today. Yeah, he weaseled his way into them circles, child. But yes, that's all that I have for today. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this late notice live. I really do appreciate it. Before you log out, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please click that bell button so y'all can be notified when we go live and post a video. Make sure you are supporting a Black business, celestesnest.net. My links are down below. Okay, we got the body wash. We got the body butters that I'm obsessed with. Use my code HOA for some money off. I love you guys. Congratulations to Miesha Tate.